I guess if you want. I mean, the event hasn't started yet. We still have like a good 10 minutes or so before the event actually starts. In fact, let me bring the event up. Oh gosh. Oh, it's just showing me the trailer. Okay. Yeah, we got about a little more than 10 minutes before the event starts. And even when the event starts, they usually don't start like right at that moment. So, yeah. Should be interesting. Dre needs to drop a mixtape with Lisa Sue. Yeah, Dre featuring Lisa Sue and Gian Hades rapping about Pokemon Drip. Lisa Sue is the CEO of AMD. She's going to be the person that's going to be up on stage talking about the GPUs and stuff. So it should be interesting. I'm just focusing on the 7700 XT. We'll see how that works out for me. Now, if they are able to get the 7800 in affordable territory, I may try to save up a little more money and grab that one, just so it'll last me forever. Do I remember your page name? Let me think. It's been a little bit. I'd have to look. Hold on, let me bring up my other thing here. Let's see, on Instagram, right? Trying to remember. It was something Pokemans. Still worried that both the 78 and 79 are not going to be under 1,000. I think they will be, because even last generation, the 6800 was well under 1,000. And I think that I really don't think that AMD is going to be dumb enough to try and push the envelope too much, because if they can get anywhere even close to NVIDIA performance, yet offer, you know, whichever card is supposed to be parity to whatever NVIDIA card there is, if they can undercut them by like $100, they're going to just tear them up, I think. I mean, there are still people. I mean, obviously, NVIDIA's not going anywhere. they're not gonna. Oh my gosh, we're done for. No, that's not gonna happen. But it'd still be nice to see AMD take a little chunk out of NVIDIA. Let me see. Ace dot wild. Did I spell that right? WLRD. Okay, WLRD. TCG. I'm not seeing anybody under that name. Yeah, Ace WLRD TCG. Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody under that name. Sorry. Don't know what to tell you, Thur. Oh, I just remembered. I need to change my thing on Twitch. Let me change that. Oh, I forgot. The month has restarted, so I need to go back and grab my all my Prime stuff, like the games and all that. Prime games, buddy. Hold on, chill out. No, go away. I'm just trying to change this. What would I even put it under? Would I put it under just chatting or tech? Or let me see, tech. No. Just, yeah, we'll just do just chatting. There we go. In real life there. Okay. R in front of the L. Oh, there it is. Euphoria? That doesn't even look like a Pokemon. Nuzleaf. Shiftry. Oh, I'm seeing a bunch of new stuff here. Lilith. Lefask. Lephosis. Guzzlord Legispirit? Ghostbuster Rotom. Oh, that's funny. It's Ghostbuster Rotom. Here, I'll actually, while we're waiting, I mean, it's not like anything else is going to happen here, but here over here. No, I don't want to log in. There's oh, really? It doesn't even let me click on them unless I log in. Oh, forget it. But there you go. You got Ghostbuster Rotom, Slamzard, Indigent Electros or Electros, Viceraham, Vex Hunted, Mangrave, Drag Elg, Fluttersoft, Fast Spider. These look like AI images. They really do. Seriously, like if you were to go like to an AI like Crayon and type in like 2 different Pokemon and say, okay, combine these, this is kind of some of the stuff you would get. Interesting. Lilif. But yeah, Euphoria, Rayquaza, Salamence, Aggron. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Is it like a person? I still like the Ghostbuster Rotom. But there's already a ghost type Rotom though, isn't there? I mean, Rotom himself is a ghost. So it'd be kind of, because I think the whole idea with Rotom is that he kind of changes with whatever he inhabits. So if he were a vacuum cleaner, well, I really don't know. What, maybe, well, no. Isn't there a wind? No, there's not. Yeah, there is a wind, I think. Or what's the fan Rotom? Is that a wind or a lightning? Or, I'm sorry, not wind, whatever. It's you know what I mean. Yeah, don't remember. But it's getting close to starting time here. Yeah, Rotom fan. Yeah. The Guzzlord, those kids are running away. Help me! Can I zoom in? Yeah, I can zoom in a little bit. I do like that Rotom Ghostbuster, though. That's actually kind of neat. Oh, it's an EX. We got Guzzlord. All right, so back to AMD we go. Wow, the chat over here is already blowing up. Let's see. I'll just back out of this. Oh, here we go. So it's already live now. So we'll just put that there. Oh my gosh, the chat is going insane. 7900 XT for 199. Get out of here. If they get, dude, if they make the 7900 XT $1,000, that's, again, if they can get even close, like within 5% of the performance of a 4090 with the 7900 XT, and they price it at $1,000, the question is now, why on earth would you not go with AMD? The only question I think would probably be the issue with the drivers. There's actually really not been too many issues with the drivers lately. I know a few years ago there were driver issues, and so people were kind of, you know. I mean, for the most part, the drivers worked. It was fine, but there were some cases here and there where it would just give you problems. But I've had the same issues with NVIDIA, and I've got, what, a 3-generation-old card now? So, yeah, it sort of happens. Like, in fact, one update that they did completely broke DaVinci Resolve for me. Like, I did one update and then Resolve just would not work. Like, I have no idea what happened. I had to roll back. And I actually, because usually I would stay with, like, the gaming driver. But I went and looked around and people were like, yeah, switch to the studio driver and that should be fine. So I did that and it worked, thankfully. But yeah, there was a good couple of hours there where I had no idea what was going on with DaVinci Resolve. And if you're not familiar with DaVinci Resolve, that's the software that I use for editing videos. So I gotta have that. I gotta have it. We're not doing no Adobe here. If you still sub to Adobe, I feel sorry for you. I mean, I've used Adobe stuff, and the stuff is pretty good when it's not crashing. But Yeah, I can't. I really just don't see the point in subbing to Adobe anymore. I really don't. Especially when DaVinci Resolve can do pretty much everything Adobe does. As far as my hopes, I'm thinking if they can price the seven. I don't think we're going to get an announcement on the 7700 today. If I'm just hoping that we do. I don't think we're going to though. Because it's going to be about the flagships today. It's going to be about the 7900. And they're going to probably mention the 7800 also. If they mention the 7700, I will be very, very happy. But I'm still interested in the pricing for the 79 and the 78 because that usually kind of gives you an idea of what the 7700 is going to be. So if we can do that, if we can see that, that would be really awesome. I mean, I'm not even really, I guess at this point in the game when it comes to like ray tracing, I'm kind of interested to see what they can do. Although ray tracing is not a deal breaker for me. It still would be nice though, because there are a handful of games out there now that do support ray tracing. And admittedly, the ray tracing when it's on and it's functioning correctly, it looks really good. Looks very, very nice. But even if their ray tracing is kind of it's not a deal breaker for me because what, like 99% of the time I'm going to be rasterization. 77, no. $2,000, no. The 7700, I'm thinking is going to be, oh, here we go, cautionary. Looking forward statements, here we go. Well, we're starting. Let me know if the volume's too low and I'll bump it up. Turn it up? Okay. I've bumped it up now. And during the presentation, I'll stay mostly quiet, just so we can kind of figure out what's going on.
Welcome!
That's Lisa Sue.
Welcome, and
obviously.
thank you all for joining us today. It's so exciting to be here back in Las Vegas in person. So thank you all for joining us and being part of our audience. And also welcome to all of you who are joining us online from around the world. So are you excited for today? We have some amazing new products to show you. So let's go ahead and get started. And you guys all know us well. At AMD, we're all about high performance and adaptive computing, and really using technology to create solutions to the world's most important challenges. Now, whether you're talking about cloud services or 5G networks or AI or automotive or PCs, AMD technology is truly everywhere, touching the lives of billions of people every single day. Now, we're in an incredibly busy time for AMD. It's an incredible period of innovation. We're in the midst of introducing actually 4 new architectures to the market across more than a dozen products. So if you look at it, we started with the Ryzen 7000 launch in September, and many of you joined us there. Next week, we're gonna bring Zen 4 to high-end server processors, and then soon after that to notebook PCs. And we also have our Zen 4 C core optimized for cloud-native computing, and our next-gen XDNA architecture that are gonna launch in 2023. But of course, today it's all about gaming, and we're here to talk about our next-generation gaming architecture with RDNA3. So now just a minute about gaming, right? We all love gaming. Gaming is really in AMD's DNA. And when you look through 2025, we're expecting 3.5 billion gamers in the world. And our goal is really to push the limits of gaming innovation to really provide the best solutions across the board together with all of our gaming partners. So whether you're talking about developers creating new games and experiences, or you're talking about the companies that are serving the content, or you're playing your games on your devices, or you're a streamer that are really trying to stream those experiences to other gamers.
It's a live event, Dre. They're going to be a little late.
Best experience possible for all of your gaming platforms. Now, Ryzen processors and Radeon graphics are really at the heart of all of the world's most popular gaming devices, including the top gaming PC OEM systems, cloud gaming services, Sony PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Valve Steam Deck. We're also bringing gaming to automotive with the newest generation of Teslas. And of course, for all of the folks out there who are building your own PCs, we love the DIY market for all of the PCs that you build. Now, when you think about that, why is gaming so important to AMD? It's really all about pushing the envelope on innovation. Just over a month ago, we launched our next generation desktop PC processor, the Ryzen 7000 series, which was really the most advanced processors for gamers and creators. And the response has been really incredible. We have leadership performance per watt, we have phenomenal gaming and creative performance, and it's all enabled by our new Zen 4 core in 5 nanometer. Now, with Ryzen 7000, we also launched our next generation AM5 desktop platform, which has all of the latest I/O, and we're committing to delivering socket longevity on that through 2025 and beyond for lots of future upgrades. And we also know that people love AM4, and AM4 is going to continue for a long, long time. And for there, Ryzen 7 5800X3D is also a fantastic choice for gamers. Now, today, it's all about the next generation of Radeon graphics and how we deliver the future of gaming with the world's most advanced graphics architecture, RDNA3. So let me start and tell you a little bit about RDNA3. We really set truly ambitious goals for RDNA3. And as you know, at the forefront for what we're doing is it's all about power and energy efficiency. And we want to make sure that we continue to innovate around performance per watt leadership to enable all of the gamer upgrades to be done with fantastic performance, but at a reasonable power. And we also wanted to significantly raise the bar in performance to support the next generation of 4K gaming and beyond, and really recognize that there are a lot of faster and higher resolution displays. And then finally, we also look at it as not just about the chip and not just about the card, but really what is the gaming experience we can bring. And that means new AMD software features, that means platform technologies, and really end-to-end solutions with our CPUs and GPUs and software coming together. So there's a lot of innovation in RDNA3, and we'll tell you all about it today. Now, there's a lot been said about our new chiplet design, so let me start with our chiplet design. This is the world's first chiplet gaming GPU. Now, why did we use chiplets? Chiplets really allow us to use a modular approach to optimize the performance and efficiency of the overall design. And so with our chiplets, like we've done on the CPU side, on the GPU side, we're mixing and matching the right technology for each function. Now, the graphics compute die is a high-performance 5 nanometer technology design, and it contains all of the high-performance compute in the GPU. That includes the shaders, the display engine, and a brand new media engine as well. And then the other die is a memory cache die, and it's built in 6 nanometer process technology and includes the memory subsystem that features the GDDR6 controllers, as well as up to 96 megabytes of infinity cache. And as a result, we have just an incredible capability with more than 61 teraflops of compute. By the way, do you guys think you need 61 teraflops of compute? We also have the world's fastest chiplet interconnect to enable 5.3 terabytes per second of peak bandwidth. And that allows us to unlock the full potential of 24 gigabytes of GDDR6. So altogether, when you put that together, we have 58 billion transistors in this design, which gives us just an incredible amount of gaming performance. It sounds like there's a few excited people out there. Okay, so now let me show you for the very first time our newest chiplet gaming GPU. This may be my favorite part of my job, I think. All right, so look, as I said earlier, we set very ambitious goals for RDNA3, especially around energy efficiency. And I'm pleased to say that we actually exceeded our goals. So our engineers did a fantastic job, and we made great improvements between RDNA1 and RDNA2. And with RDNA3, we actually achieved a 54% gen-over-gen improvement in performance per watt. And when you put all of that together into what really matters, we're about building the best products for you. So today, I'm incredibly proud that we're going to announce our first two RDNA3 graphics cards. The Radeon RX, the Radeon RX 7900 XTX with 24 gigabytes of GDDR6 and the 7900 XT with 20 gigabytes. So you can imagine these are just incredible gaming cards. So now I'm going to turn it over to Sam, Scott, and Frank that are going to take you through all of the exciting product details. Sam?
Well, as she said, with RDNA3, our vision was to engineer the most advanced 4K and 8K gaming platform for gamers and creators, containing the features, performance, and efficiency to provide the best gaming experience. To achieve this vision, we have brought unprecedented innovation to all aspects of the design. Now, it's my privilege to hit on a few of those highlights for you this morning. The first and most evident innovation is that we have leveraged our industry-leading expertise in chiplets, honed on our Ryzen and EPYC lines, to bring chiplet architecture to GPUs. The magic of chiplet design is being able to use the right technology for the right job. So we created two very different chiplets connected with high bandwidth interconnects specific to graphics. With the graphics compute die, we spin that precious 5nm silicon where it matters, in the core GPU engine where all the computation occurs to enable great performance and performance per watt. For that small memory cache die, we use the mature 6nm technology to implement the GDDR6 memory interfaces and our second generation Infinity Cache. These diminutive but powerful MCDs feature a second generation Infinity Cache, each connected to 64 bits of high-speed GDDR6 memory, combined up to a width of 384 bits. We've tuned this Infinity Cache to enable better data reuse with less capacity to accomplish several things for us. With the high hit rates, it directly sources most of the memory requests, and this delivers data to the engine in less time and uses less power than going out to DRAM. With our high bandwidth Infinity Fabric chiplet interconnect, we've increased the peak bandwidth from our RDNA2 implementation by an astonishing 2.7 times. And that's where that 5.3 terabytes per second number you just heard comes from. These support the gaming at the highest resolutions. So now I want to take you a little bit deeper, click down into that graphics compute die, which is built around our new RDNA3 compute units, where we've continued with our area-efficient unified architecture that shares resources between rendering, AI, and ray tracing to make most effective use of each transistor. In addition, contained within this GCD is a key part of delivering a great gaming experience, driving the latest displays with massive refresh rates for high-resolution gaming. All of the latest media formats are in there with our media and display engines. Now to the core of the engine, which is the new unified RDNA3 compute unit, specifically optimized for high-resolution gaming. The key word here is unified, which means we have a tightly integrated unit which shares resources to deliver the most power and area-efficient performance. We've tuned it to provide the right blend of flexible, highly efficient stream processing, additional AI acceleration capabilities, and greatly enhanced ray tracing acceleration. All of this is fed by a general purpose register file with 50% more capacity than the RDNA2 design, which boosts the performance of all the functions. To deliver this well-rounded feature set, we've leveraged 5nm to the fullest to pack 54% more transistors in less area, increasing our density by 165%. Well, as every chip designer knows, it's a lot of transistors. And as every chip designer knows, smaller is faster and more power efficient. And so this enables RDNA3 to deliver even a better gaming experience. Now, looking at the stream processors, we took a huge step in RDNA3 by going to dual issue Wave 32 units. This enables us to better utilize the data paths by issuing two different instructions down each 32-lane SIMD, or we can use them in parallel like we did in RDNA2. We can issue different integer or floating point operations down each SIMD data path, mixing and matching based on the workload demand. Net result is faster frame render times for higher FPS from better utilization of all the functions in the compute unit. And it handles now 2 times more instructions per clock. So we have also greatly enhanced the RDNA AI acceleration. And AI, of course, enables a host of capabilities that are growing in importance to the gaming community. And we've increased the AI throughput for commonly used math functions, which, while integrating these tightly within our unified compute unit. These share the same register files, caches, and instruction scheduling as the stream processors. And the enhancements provide up to a 2.7x increase in AI performance in the most area and power efficient way possible, setting RDNA3 up to exploit the current and future uses of AI. The final enhancement to mention to our compute unit is the ray tracing acceleration, which is built on new instructions in the shader and support for DXR ray flags and many improvements for ray box sorting and traversal. Amplifying all of this is the ability to enable more rays in flight with that 50% larger general purpose register file that I mentioned before, combined with larger L0 and L1 caches to back it up. These improvements provide compelling gains for ray trace gaming content with up to 50% more performance per compute unit. Next, I want to introduce you to our Radeon's display engine, featuring the industry's first DisplayPort 2.1 and a high-performance gaming graphics card. This DisplayPort enables 480 hertz refresh rates at 4K resolution and up to 165 at 8K. And the 12 color bits per channel enables an incredible 68 billion colors for amazingly realistic images and graphics. And with the display link bandwidth of up now to 54 gigabits per second, we have doubled that bandwidth per port over RDNA2. And this supports the unprecedentedly high refresh rates at the highest resolutions. In support of the latest media formats and standards, we have a new dual media engine, and it supports 2 simultaneous encode or decode streams up to 8K60 or AVC and HEVC. It supports AV1 encode and decode while also leveraging AI enhancements to improve video encoding and conference quality. And by greatly increasing the frequency inside the media engine, we delivered up to 1.8x the performance versus RDNA2, reducing export times almost in half. So now a bit more about clock speeds. These are obviously critical to performance, and most workloads that we have found and analyzed are actually more limited by the front-end work distribution and command processing than by our high-performance shader engines. So we recognized that we could utilize higher frequencies in a smarter, more power-efficient way by using our new to RDNA3 decoupled shader engine frequencies to run only the front end at a typical 2.5 gigahertz, while the shaders operate at a more efficient 2.3 gigahertz, which is still 15% higher than RDNA2 at launch. With this sort of advanced power management, we deliver the maximum frames per second while also saving up to 25% power. This contributes to our remarkable 54% product level performance per watt gain. With the higher frequency and the new dual issue RDNA3 compute units, we enable a 2.7x leap in raw compute power. You heard it from Lisa, a remarkable 61.6 teraflops of performance in this engine. Well, putting it all together, we have delivered on our vision by inventing the world's first chiplet-based gaming GPU, enabling the optimal use of 5 nanometer technology delivering 15% higher frequencies at 54% better power efficiency. Our advanced chiplet interconnect provides an amazing 2.7x leap in peak bandwidth to feed that 60+ teraflop engine. The new unified RDNA3 compute units have twice the instructions per clock, enabling them to fully utilize our data paths and provide incredibly high performance for rendering, ray tracing, and AI applications in the most power and area efficient way. We connect this rendering horsepower to the industry's first GPU DisplayPort 2.1 to support massive refresh rates and include the encode and decode for all the latest media standards. The result is what we set out to achieve, the most advanced GPU optimized for gamers and creators. Now I'd like to hand it over to Scott, who will tell you more about this incredible product.
What's up, gamers? How is everybody doing today? Oh, we've been working on this for 3 years, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of hours in our engineering group. And I'm sure they're tuning in today, but I can't be more proud of what they've been able to create for you and to create for us, and it's going to be a great time. So now, I know what you want to see: performance, price, and availability. Is that right? Do you want to see that? Sounds good, but you're going to have to stay for a little bit to get availability and price, but I'll show you performance.
Oh, you jerk.
I'll show you some.
I knew he was going to do that.
Today, 4K sets the standard where enthusiast GPUs are measured. According to IDC, in the last 5 years, there is 3 times increase in shipments of 4K monitors. And the Radeon RX 7900 XTX is going to be the perfect card to power your games at 4K. In pure rendering, the 7900 XTX is up to 1.7 times faster than our previous generation flagship GPU. And in ray tracing, we are seeing up to 1.6 times more performance in native 4K. What do you think? Now that you've seen the performance, allow me to introduce the Radeon RX 7900 XTX.
Okay, here we go. Now we get to actually see the card. Please be $1,000.
Take a good look. We've spent a lot of time optimizing this card, but more importantly, making sure that you're going to be proud when you put it into your rig. Absolutely fantastic. This gaming card is built to provide exciting performance in 4K resolution and beyond. RDNA3-based GPUs are like no other. It features 96 unified RDNA3 compute units running at 2.3 gigahertz game clock, and it comes with 24 gigabytes of GDDR6 with 384-bit support. This card is future-ready with AV1 encode and decode for streaming and video export, and it has the latest DisplayPort 2.1 technology for up to 4K 480 frames per second or 8K 165 frames per second gaming capabilities. All, ladies and gentlemen, with a board power of just 355 watts. The XTX.
That's nice. 355 watts for all that performance. Those 2 8-pins make sense now.
Today, we are also announcing the Radeon RX 7900 XT, a massive leap in performance over the last generation. It features 84 unified compute units running at a game clock of 2 gigahertz and comes with 20 gigabytes of 320-bit GDDR6 memory with the same support for AV1 and DisplayPort 2.1. The 7900 series gaming cards are industry leaders in performance per watt. There is no need to rebuild your desktop, no need to upgrade your case, and there's no need for a new power adapter.
That's some shade right there, man.
Yep. We made it as easy as pulling out your old card and putting in a new one. Previous generation enthusiast GPUs, including those recently launched by our competitor, only support DisplayPort 1.4. Gamers who purchase these graphics cards will see limited frame rates. But with the RX 7900 series of GPUs, it'll allow you to actually see the frames you are paying for when you upgrade to a DisplayPort 2.1 monitor. If you are paying that much money for a brand new gaming card, you should demand a GPU that will allow you to game into the future. And only the 7900 series can give you that. And starting in early 2023, an incredible new generation of displays at a range of resolutions from leading display vendors will start rolling out to gamers. including this sneak peek from our friends at Samsung with their brand new Odyssey Neo G9, expected to be the first DisplayPort 2.1 8K, I'll say that again, 8K, ultra widescreen gaming monitor ever. What do you think?
I think that monitor is going to be over $1,000.
More details on the design and specs will be unveiled soon at CES in January of 2023. And to power high refresh rate gaming displays, both today and your future upgrades, we've developed a suite of powerful software enhancements, which includes technologies such as Fidelity FX, Super Resolution, and Smart Access Memory. Combined with our new unified RDNA3 compute units, the Radeon RX 7900 series delivers the next generation of high refresh rate gaming. AMD's Fidelity FX Super Resolution, or FSR, technology works on all modern GPUs to provide high fidelity visuals and incredible frame rates. In just 16 months, FSR will be available in 216 games, proving just how compelling open technologies are for the entire industry. Our latest update, FSR 2.2, reduces super resolution temporal ghosting, not only the artifacts on fast-moving objects, and it'll also be available in Forza Horizon 5 soon. Now, 1440p gaming displays with high refresh rates continue to be one of the fastest growing choices for gamers. With the 7900 XTX and Apex Legends, you will be able to reach the game's hard frame rate cap of 300 frames per second. And in other popular titles,
there we go. That's good.
And in other popular titles, the 7900 XTX can push your games to its limits.
Wow,
Games
look at
like
that.
Overwatch 2 and Valorant are great examples of why DisplayPort 2.1 is so important. Now, there's finally a gaming card to drive 300 to 800 frames plus frames per second gaming on ultra high refresh rate displays. Now at 4K, the 7900 XTX is the card to get. By turning on max settings in AAA games and using FSR upscaling, you can hit triple-digit performance. It even makes playing competitive esports titles at 4K a real possibility. Hundreds of frames in your games at 4K resolution. Now, I'm not saying that you would, but you could play games with RX 7900 XTX that go beyond today's 8K 60 Hz limits. In Dawn of Ragnarok, the latest expansion to Ubisoft's acclaimed Assassin's Creed Valhalla, with FSR paired with the 7900 XTX, you'll be able to get 96 frames per second at a crisp 8K resolution.
Oh, that's with FSR on.
It's truly incredible to see and experience. The RX 7900 series can power the next generation of displays like 8K ultra-wide or high refresh rate 8K displays above 60 Hz. Next generation RDNA3 compute units, new levels of memory bandwidth combined with the latest upscaling technologies deliver the performance to power these incredible experiences. A lot of gamers are excited about features like ray tracing in their games. Today, I'm excited to announce that DirectX ray tracing is coming to one of the most popular franchises in the world, Halo Infinite by 343 Industries. Halo Infinite will now support ray trace shadows across arena and big team battle modes, and players with AMD hardware will notice improved lighting, sharper shadows, and increased performance on RX 7000 series platforms with ray tracing acceleration. DXR will be available in Season 3, so look for it in your graphics settings soon. And with the RDNA3 architecture, real-time ray tracing performance has greatly improved generation over generation. In Dying Light 2, with ray tracing features turned to the max, the 7900 XTX delivers performance above 60 frames per second with FSR at 4K. Cyberpunk and Hitman 3 also have significant performance uplifts, giving you the performance you need to stay immersed in your game. But today we're also announcing a technical partnership with the Callisto Protocol coming in December. This third-person survivor horror game developed by Striking Distance Studios features incredible lighting and shadow effects, along with movie-quality textures and animations.
Oh, it's
set
Dre.
the eerie mood in this sci-fi experience. Ray tracing is used to full effect here, with shadows, translucency, and glossy refractions coming together to capture the most subtle details that create giant leaps in realism. At 4K and higher resolution, the Radeon RX 7900 series is optimized to deliver incredible frame rates to power this experience. Now, next, we are also announcing a technical partnership with Luminous Productions and their action RPG, Forspoken, launching in January. Luminous Productions has created some truly breathtaking visuals in a fully realized fantasy world, powered by hybrid ray tracing for realistic lighting and shadows on the characters and environments. Forspoken looks and runs incredibly fast thanks to its implementation of Fidelity FX features, including FSR, variable rate shading, ambient occlusion, and downsampler, all optimized for Radeon. We've worked closely with game studios to optimize for the next generation of games. At Ubisoft, Snowdrop has been in development for over a decade and is one of its most important gaming engines. This is the same engine utilized across a variety of PC and multi-platform titles, from Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope to Tom Clancy's Division 2. By the way, one of my personal favorites, Long Live the Bullet King. If you play the game, you'll know. Today, we are announcing our partnership with their next generation engine. This tech demo is beautifully rendered with global illumination, blur reflections, and shadows in addition to other effects that the Snowdrop engine uses, such as volumetric weather effects and micro detail rendering.
That looks really nice.
We've worked with Ubisoft to add a highly optimized AMD ray tracing implementation that unlocks even smarter ray processing than DXR alone can provide. With high performance ray tracing enabled on a 7900 XTX, we are getting frame rates above 80 frames per second at 4K with FSR2. We're excited to see the Snowdrop engine come to life in major upcoming titles, including Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, Splinter Cell, and Ubisoft Star Wars project. Right? Let's go, indeed. With the announcement of Unreal Engine 5, a lot of gamers, including myself, are excited to see what new games and experiences will be created in this popular engine. UE5 is optimized to take full advantage of our unified RDNA3 compute units with excellent ray tracing and rasterization performance. In this UE5 sample, optimized for Radeon, we're able to hit an average of 60 frames per second at 4K with FSR2 enabled. Even with the resounding success of FSR2, we won't stop there. I'm excited to show you a preview of a brand new version of Fidelity FX super resolution technology, appropriately named FSR3.
There we go. Waiting for that too.
FSR3 combines our best-in-class temporal super resolution technology and our new AMD Fluid Motion Frames technology to deliver more frames per second in your games. Fluid Motion Frames increases FPS when using very demanding settings. FSR3 will provide up to a 2x increase in frames per second at 4K resolution over FSR2, a significant boost across your supported games, and will be coming to PC gamers in 2023.
Okay, so it won't be there at launch, but it is coming.
To give an idea of what's possible with our brand new generation of gaming cards, I'd like to show you what Sava and his small team of artists were able to create using a standard animation pipeline to build their dark sci-fi fantasy film, Beckoning, an Unreal Engine in just 4 months. Let's hear from Sava.
My name is Sava Živković. I wrote and directed Beckoning, and I want to briefly talk about how Unreal Engine 5 and AMD are empowering small teams to create cinema-class animated films. In Unreal Engine 5, Lumen and Nanite shine with the Radeon RX 7900 XTX, allowing us to walk around completely lit environments and characters and to explore the shots. This significantly speeds up the production and enables us to make creative decisions at the speed of thought. You can change the lighting, character or environment placement, or entirely change the camera angle if you so desire. This amount of speed and flexibility is unprecedented in traditional animation pipelines, and is one of the main reasons why I personally believe producing feature-length animation with smaller teams is now a reality. And when it comes to high-fidelity output, the FSR Movie Render Queue plugin upscales the final frame rendering to 4K or even 8K. CG animation has never been as fast and as fun.
Very cool. By the way, in reviewing that video, it sure does make it look easy to create a new movie, doesn't it? But I don't think it is. The Radeon RX 7900 series are the most advanced gaming GPUs. First of all, they are easy to upgrade into your existing gaming rig. They feature industry-leading enthusiast GPU support for next-generation displays. They will deliver ultra-high frame rates in both native and upscale games, and of course comes with up to 24 gigabytes of memory to drive the next generation of games and advanced workloads. All of our innovations enable the 7900 XTX to deliver an incredible leap in performance of up to 1.7 times faster 4K gaming. Now, let me invite Frank Azor to the stage to show you how the Radeon RX 7900 series powers the next generation of gaming and streaming experiences. Frank?
I am incredibly excited to be here with you guys today. It's just been so long since we've been able to all be together and to do this the way it
This is
deserves,
always how they do it,
right?
man.
In
Always.
person and just with all these incredible games and visuals behind us. What do you guys think about the new graphics cards? Awesome, right?
How much are they, you blimey bloke?
Don't worry, Scott's going to come back and tell you when you're going to be able to get them and what they're going to be priced at. Okay, I promise. But they're incredible graphics cards. But you know what's even more incredible is that at AMD, you get more than just a great graphics card. We're committed to building the absolute best gaming, creating, and streaming experiences. I'm going to share with you today a little bit about some of our latest developments of how we're pulling it all together to bring you the next generation of PCs. Great hardware, as you've seen today, deserves great software. And AMD Adrenalin is your software interface for harnessing the full potential of your AMD-powered system. We're committed to bringing you an Adrenalin software that you can depend on, and that offers you state-of-the-art features and next-level gaming experiences, as well as streaming and for creating. If you're not already familiar with AMD Adrenalin, let me catch you up real quickly to what you've been missing. Adrenalin is your hub for just about everything. You can find and launch your games, plus monitor your stats and performance across all the games on your system, all from one home screen. You can customize your Radeon settings for each game, as well as record and stream those games right from within the UI. You can even turn your system into its own personal game server and connect your smartphone, tablet, or another Windows PC to play your games remotely from anywhere. And of course, you can take full control over your AMD graphics card and your Ryzen CPU and tune them for maximum performance and efficiency. Adrenalin, it's simply awesome. But there's probably two things that I love most about Adrenalin. First, it's the fact that all these features are within one unified UI. And second, it's a completely unlocked experience, meaning we don't force you to create an account. You're not going to be monitored by us. You're not going to be tracked. You can just access all these features. You can customize your system to your content and just play the games you love, because that's what you deserve.
Yay, we don't have to sell our souls.
So let me talk to you about some of the upcoming features you can expect from the next version of Adrenalin. Existing features like Radeon Super Resolution, Radeon Boost, and Anti-Lag are huge performance amplifiers for your gaming experience. But let's be honest, most of us don't want to have to learn about each new feature, how it works, which games it works on, which features work best with one another. When we finally get some time to sit down and game, it's just too much complexity to deal with. I just want to get in the game and I want to play. So we heard you. To simplify all this, we're introducing HyperRX mode. With HyperRX, we've redeveloped these performance boosting technologies to all work together and at the same time, compounding their benefits and giving you a one-click experience to improve frame rate.
It says not actual gameplay.
In the game Dying Light 2, just to give you an example, in the game Dying Light 2, we're seeing performance improvements with HyperRX up to 85% with 1/3 of the latency. It's incredible. So look forward to HyperRX coming out early next year, and you can experience it yourself. All right, so let's talk about what are we doing to help improve your recording and your streaming experience. OBS, as many of you know, is the leading video recording and live streaming platform out there, and it's used by some of the
this is going to be interesting.
and popular streamers. Well, we've partnered with OBS to improve video streaming quality across all bit rates on Radeon RX 6000 and 7000 series graphics cards. Additionally, with the new AMD RDNA3, media engine, we've added AV1 hardware encoding, improving quality and transforming live streaming. In this example, we're looking at a recorded image of Halo, captured with OBS on the Radeon 7900 XTX graphics card. Both images were captured at the same 3.5 megabit per second bit rate. As you can see behind me, the quality of the stream and the text within it is visibly pixelated. But with the addition of our AV1 hardware encoding, updated pre-analysis and pre-filtering algorithms, plus our OBS optimizations, the playback quality substantially improves, providing a clear, sharp, and a smooth viewing experience. Additionally, with Xilinx AI and content adaptive machine learning technology, we've integrated that into the AMD framework, and it's been trained to learn, predict, and target small text and menus, making them legible again, especially when streaming at low bit rates and resolutions up to 1080p. The new AMD RDNA3 media engine reaches beyond streaming, though. With our dedicated AV1 hardware processing, video encoding is up to 7 times faster than software, even at ultra-high resolutions like 8K. Support for the RDNA3 media engine will be available across applications like Adobe Premiere Pro, FFmpeg, Handbrake, and in upcoming releases of OBS. And then for video creators, any video creators in the audience? Anybody create video? You're gonna love this. So we're introducing something we call Smart Access Video. Smart Access Video works with select applications when you pair the Ryzen 7000 series with the new Radeon 7000 series. And unlike other platforms that can really only make use of either your CPU or your GPU's video compression engines, Smart Access Video distributes the encoding and decoding workloads across both your Ryzen CPU and your Radeon graphics card's video compression engines, enabling faster 4K and 8K editing. And when it comes to batch transcoding, Smart Access Video reduces parallel transcoding times by nearly 1/3. Smart Access Video will be available across applications like OBS, Premiere Pro, FFmpeg, and more starting in December. So next, let me share with you how we're bringing all these technologies and all this greatness together for you into our AMD Advantage solutions. So when we first introduced Advantage laptops, we raised the bar of what defines just a great portable gaming experience. And Advantage laptops have been carefully designed and developed with our partners to ensure that their premium experiences are felt throughout. Multiple models of these laptops are available in market right now from your favorite OEM and SI partners. And look, nothing compares to building your own desktop if you can, all right? But for those of us that maybe don't have the time, the experience, or the will to do so right now, we've applied the great AMD Advantage design framework that we applied to laptops originally, and we're bringing that to desktops now. We've partnered with several leading system integrators to bring you these turnkey solutions so that whether you're gaming, you're streaming, or creating, Advantage desktops have been designed and developed with our partners to be the best desktops you'll find in the market. All the incredible performance you saw here today from the 7900 XTX, well, that's what you can expect with Advantage desktop systems. It starts by pairing our Ryzen 9 processor and our Radeon XTX graphics card. Then we amplify that performance with our smart technologies, including Smart Access Memory and Smart Access Video, as well as the full feature set of Adrenalin software, including Radeon Super Resolution, AMD Noise Suppression, HyperRX, and more. But Advantage goes even further than that by ensuring every component, from the motherboard to the NVMe drives to the memory, the power supply, all the rest, they all work seamlessly together, and they're all tuned for maximum performance with every design and quality metric followed. Next, we focus on each system delivering its full graphics potential. We know that peak visual quality and performance are incredibly important to gamers. So Advantage desktops have been thermally designed, reliably powered, and rigorously tested to ensure that they deliver on the highest resolution and refresh rate experiences possible on the 7900 XTX. And it all comes together when you pair them with one of the over 2,500 AMD FreeSync monitors available, allowing you to experience the most demanding games at their smoothest and highest settings. And of course, each Advantage desktop is built to game, with a full configuration of premium components, all tuned and tested reliably to give you maximum performance every single time. We're really excited to be working with all of these partners on bringing you the first generation of Advantage desktops. It's been awesome to be here with you guys today. This is a historic moment. Thank you so much for your time. Let me welcome Scott back on the stage.
Oh, thank God. Just give us the prices. I want prices already. If he says $1,000 for the XTX,
Okay, are you ready? All right, what an incredible day of announcements that will transform the future of graphics in games. The AMD Radeon 7900 series, built for extreme performance to drive 4K and 8K high refresh rate gaming monitors, powered by the world's most advanced gaming graphics architecture, RDNA3. Here we go. Starting December 13th, 2022, you'll be able to purchase the 7900 XTX.
whoa, look at that. $1,000.
The world's fastest gaming card under $1,000. Also on December 13th, 2022, you'll be able to purchase the 7900 XT for $899.
Wow.
$999 and $899. The world's most advanced gaming GPUs powering your gaming rig for years to come. That's the end of our show. Thank you for joining us today, and we can't wait to get these gaming cards in your hands in December. Have a great rest of your day.
Well. That's what I was thinking they were gonna do, man. $1,000 for that thing. Wow, that's a good deal, man. I wouldn't say rest in peace, NVIDIA, but because again, like I said, it sounds from the data they gave us, they're gonna be right up there with the 4090. I'm sure there's going to be a 4090 Ti, which is going to push the envelope even more. But for $1,000, man, that's really, really good. That is, that's really good, man. I won't get it because I don't have a G to drop on a graphics card. I would love to have one, but can't afford it. But still, $1,000, 24 gigabytes of VRAM, easy 4K and 8K gaming, 355 watts. You don't even have to get a new PSU. And the interesting thing is, I think if they wanted to, they could have actually pushed the power limit even more. Maybe throw in like a third 8-pin and probably could have boosted the clocks even more and gotten more out of them. But I think they're going to keep that in their back pocket. Wow. So you can either pick up a 4080 or 7900 XTX. So I'm a little bummed. No news on the 77 or the 78. But again, just from those numbers, you can kind of extrapolate what the other two are going to be. So let me see. For the 7900 XT, they want $899. So that means for the 7800 XT, I imagine they're probably going to be looking at maybe $649 or well, no, not $649. $749 or $799. So that means that the 7700 XT is probably going to be $550 to $600 as expected. So yeah. So that's 1,300 euros. Really? I don't think $1,000 is 1,300 euros. I think the euro is still worth more than the dollar, isn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's. Let me see. But of course, everything over in Europe is a little bit more expensive. Let me see, dollar to euros. Oh wow, the dollar actually is worth more than the euro right now. I did not even realize that. That's very rare. Yeah, I mean, I know the euro has lost some value because of the war that's going on. I didn't realize it was this much though. Wow, so $1 equals $1.03 in euro. Okay. So yeah, I guess so that's 99. I'm showing 1,024.77 if it's at $9.99 US. So 1,024, and I guess there's gonna be taxes and stuff. Yeah, you added sales tax and all that. That's not bad though. I mean, all things considered, that's actually really good. Wow. So waited all that time and it was pretty much exactly what I thought it was gonna be. which is nice. It gives me just that much more reason to go AMD. I mean, I've been with NVIDIA now for well over a decade, just NVIDIA cards. But another big selling point for me, and for maybe you too, Moni, is the smart access memory. So yeah, that smart access memory, it got my attention even last generation. Simply because it looks like it could really take advantage of the extra RAM that I have on my PC. That would be really nice. I just hope that the 7700 XT, whenever it comes, has at least 16 gigabytes of VRAM, just so I know it'll be good for like the next 5 years. Yeah. So, wow. Interesting. We're getting AV1 encoding. Awesome. Ray tracing is a little bit better, but I'm pretty sure it's still going to lag behind NVIDIA. But again, that's not what I was really here for. It would have been. It's one of those kind of things where it's like it would have been nice to see some substantial gains in ray tracing, but but I think again, AMD is just going to destroy them on price. It's not even going to be a contest. It's like, well, you know, you could either get like a 4070 Ti when it comes out for, you know, $700, or you can get a 7700 XT, which is about the same, probably with more VRAM, you know, for probably at least $100 less. So yeah, that's interesting. Very interesting announcement. I'm just glad that they were able to do what they needed to do as far as their gains, because I kind of had an idea that they were definitely going to do better since they were going with the chiplet approach. This is why you actually love competition, yes. And this is not even including Intel. Now, of course, Intel is nowhere in this same ballpark, I know. Intel's still last generation. But I hope, given all this, that Intel, with their next card that's going to probably be coming out sometime next year, hopefully, I hope it gives them a little kick in the butt and said, hey, let's get rolling here. Can you match up to, you know, to the current gen? And if they can, that would be an awesome thing to see, because again, if Intel is able to catch up, you're going to see even more pricing competition. That's probably the biggest reason why I want Intel to succeed in their video cards. Interestingly enough, you can get an Intel video card right now for like $140. They are cheap. Now it's just the entry level one. What is it? The A380, I think it is. Yeah, that's the A380. And you can get that. Let me see if I can actually find it. It's the A380. Oops, wrong thing. A380. Oh, come on. Oh, forget it. I'll look somewhere else. Ah, look, it's giving me a headache. But, Intel's good, but yeah. Well, see, that's the thing, is a lot of people are saying is, and other people have recommended this too, is what you can do is, because the A380, even some of the other A380s that are out there that don't even require an additional like 6-pin or 8-pin, there's one, I forget who was making it, but there's a company out there that made one that doesn't even require an extra 8-pin or 6-pin adapter to be plugged into it. It just gets all of its power off of the PCIe lane, or the PCIe slot. What a lot of people are thinking is, okay, get like a nice fat, you know, GPU for your gaming, and then just slot in that Intel A380 just so you can do the AV1 encoding. So yeah, so you could actually have 2 GPUs in there, and the other one just, you know, just there specifically for the encoding, which seems reasonable, actually. Again, because it's so cheap. I am very curious now. Let me go to PC Part Picker. I don't think it'll be here. I know that they recently added the Intel stuff on PC Part Picker. Let me see. Can we just look at Intel? Okay, yeah, the A380 is not even on PC Part Picker, because it's actually still kind of hard to find. The 770 and the 750 are still there, though. Let me actually just go to Newegg. Oops, not Newegg, Newegg. But Newegg. Mewtwo egg. No. All right, let's see. A380. I'm sorry, I had to turn my fan on. It's getting a little warm in here. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's the one I was looking at. Let me see. Oh wow, it's actually in stock. It's from ASRock, which is a fairly decent brand. They've been around a long time. Yeah, it's the ASRock Challenger Arc A380, 6 gigabytes of VRAM, GDR6. What is that noise? No. Ah! Why is this playing? No, good way. Sorry, I had to kill that. I just realized something in the background turned on. Ah! No, kill that. Okay. Oh, wait, it says it's temporarily out of stock. Well, that stinks. But still, yeah, it's... let me see if I can actually bring this up. I'll bring Firefox back up here. There we go. Challenger Arc A380. Yeah, it doesn't even require external power. It's got HDMI 3 display ports. Yeah, look at that. Look how small it is. Look how thin that thing is. It is a small card. Yeah, this is, again, it's one of those that you can just drop right into your PC. And for $140, I mean, once they're in stock. Yeah, $140 for a dedicated encoder. I mean, if that's like your thing, if you're like a dedicated streamer, someone that does it like every single day, that's actually a good option. It really is. It's a very good option. I think this is where Intel's really going to make a dent, is just encoders for now. Yeah. Plus it has some other tech in it, I believe, that is at least useful. But yeah, for dedicated streamers, this is actually a pretty good option. Yeah, I think I want to say that the power usage on this thing is something like 65 watts. It's really low. Let's see, specs. Challenger PCI Express 4, 2250 megahertz. Yeah, the memory interface is really low. It's 96-bit, so it's very, very, nerfed. But again, if you're just using it for an encoder, that's fine. Yeah, one HDMI 2.0B, 3x DisplayPort 2.0. Oh, well, oh, okay, there we go. Thermal design 75 watts. Well, hold on a second. Now here it says an 8-pin power connector, but on the actual unit itself, there isn't one. Recommended PSU 500 watt. Yeah, there isn't one there. I didn't see anything on the pictures. And that card is so darn thin. Yeah, there isn't one there. Yeah, I don't get it. What are they talking about? There's no 8-pin. Okay, that's a discrepancy. Unless it's on the side. Like on the far side and we're not seeing it. Yeah, I don't see anything as far as an 8-pin. Hold on. Okay, here's somebody actually opening theirs. Oh, wow. Look at how small that is. That's actually really attractive, considering how small it is. Oh, look, there it is. I didn't even see. Oh, wow. So the renders are all weird. There's the 8-pin. Okay. Gotcha. Well, this guy helped us out by having the pictures here. Yeah, there's the 8-pin connector. Okay, well, that's still not too bad. I guess you'll have to have a slightly beefier PSU then. Time Spy. Yeah, so that looks a little strange because again on the renders, like look at how thin it looks here on one of these pics. Look, see how thin that looks right here compared to the bracket? That looks like it's the card itself looks single slot the way this render is made. So that's just, I don't know, maybe it's just like a trick of the eye. It's just playing with the way I look at it. I don't know, it's sort of weird. But yeah, to me, that from this angle, it looks like a single slot card based on the render, and that's just a 2-slot bracket. But okay. So I guess you do need, well, it's still 75 watts. And given that it's probably going to get most of its juice out of the PCIe slot, then this 8-pin is probably just for any sort of slight overhead that you may have. So it may not even really need it. I wonder if you could actually just go and turn it on and power it just with the PCIe slot. You should be able to if it's 75 watts. because PCIe slot is 75 watts. Period. That's that's how much it can actually put out. But yeah, I think this is just for maybe a little overhead, just to give it a little extra juice if it needs it for something. Okay. But still, again, for 140 bucks, that's not bad, man. Again, it's for very specific. Oh, there it is. That's why it looks a little goofy to me. Okay. Because here, it looks like this part is recessed back a little bit, but then here... Okay, that looks a little more. Okay. Yeah, recessed there, but that looks... Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess it was just tricking my eye. That's weird. Still a nice little card. For 140 bucks for just the AV1, not bad. Not bad at all. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really think you can do too much else with it, though. I mean, technically you could game on it, but it's not going to look pretty. Although, as just like a display out, small form factor, let me see, probably has a very quiet fan. Oh, it does have 0 dB mode. That's nice. Super low graphics card. 8K resolution support, so it can do 8K. It's not going to do 8K gaming, but it's going to do like 8K output, so I guess that's nice. Let's see, dual slot, ITX. Oh wow, it fits in ITX mode. It's pretty small. That's not bad. Single fan. Yeah, they were just trying to make this card as tiny as possible, and they succeeded at that. What the heck is this? Oh, it's a new... It's from New Egg. Let's just get the pretty girl in there. Hold on.
What's up, you guys? I'm Devin Howard on Instagram as @DevinHoward and on TikTok.
Now, if she's
as
knowledgeable, then hey,
Howard.
great.
Today, I'm putting together a beginner-friendly and budget-friendly computer using the Intel Arc A380 graphics card from ASRock. If you guys have been watching our channel, you know that I recently built my very first PC. If you haven't seen that,
first
you
PC.
can check it out right here. So obviously, I'm a veteran in the world of PC builds, and I figured it was a good idea to show all the newbies out there just how simple it can be to build your own PC. And the best part, this build costs less than $1,000. Now with any build, you want to make sure you're picking the right components, and for someone who isn't already as skilled as I am, the A380 GPU is going
This
to
one's
be
actually
a
kind of
great
funny.
place to start with your first PC build. But most importantly, you get Intel Arc graphics, which leverages the latest in system technologies, so you can have a spectacular gaming or creating experience.
Okay,
Content
get to the
creators and
build,
gamers alike
please.
will benefit from Intel Arc 3 graphics thanks to its industry-first AV1 hardware encoded.
Oof, she's taking a little too long to get to the point. That's not her fault though. That's whoever wrote the video. But yeah, that's actually kind of nice. Intel gift Intel Arc 3 AIC graphics card game plus creative offer bundle. Oh wow, they're even offering bundles with this card. Again, it's not in stock though. I'm guessing what's probably happening with these Intel cards, and it's been happening for like the last month and a half at least. People are going in and buying them as soon as they come in stock, and they're just relisting them to sell them. Like, I bet if I go to eBay, I'll probably find one for like 250 bucks. Let's see, can we do eBay? Let's see, A380. Oops, come on. A380. No, not the airplane. The Intel. There we go, Intel. Yeah, there you go. See, exact same card, but they're selling it for 200 bucks. Exact same card. Yeah, they're just marking them up as they usually do. Oh, this is the Photon from Guinier. 450? Get out of here. That's so dumb. A750. That's a little overpriced for that card. That card usually goes for $289. Same thing with that one. Yeah, this is a lot of what I'm seeing. They're scalpers are just trying to make a little money off of it, so they're just buying them up and relisting them. Oh my god, look at this thing. $750 from China. No, I don't think so. But as far as you had asked earlier, what about driver support? It's one of those things that's going to be like an ongoing issue for a long time, I bet. That's what was happening with AMD for a number of years, is that the cards were good, but the driver support was lagging behind. So that's why, again, if you can get one of these cards at retail for, you know, the $140, and all you do with it is the AV1 encoding, I think you'll be fine. But as far as actually buying the cards for gaming, I mean, I saw Linus did a video where he was talking about using the A750 and the A770 just for gaming. And in a majority of the games that he tried, the card worked fine. So it was okay. It was fine. He didn't. I think on only like 1 or 2 games they had problems that they couldn't. Either it just wouldn't start, or they were having some stuttering issue. But for the most part, in most games, the card was fine. So if you're okay with occasionally getting a little hiccup here and there, there's nothing wrong with a 770. Just keep in mind that it's not going to compete with the 4000 series or the new RDNA3. That's not what it is. It's competing with last generation. But again, if you can get one for, what is it? I think the retail price for the 770 is like $329. That's actually a good price, as long as you don't mind a hiccup here and there. And again, it's, you know, the drivers are just going to get better and better and better as time goes on. So what's the best card? Depends on what you think about as far as best. Now, if you're looking for just raw compute performance, the NVIDIA 4090. That card, I mean, you know, as much crap as we give NVIDIA, especially lately, because of their pricing and all, the 4090 is an absolute beast. Absolute beast. You stick that in a computer and it can play everything. I'm not even just gaming performance. I'm talking just all kinds of other stuff like AI performance, ray tracing, and, you know, movie development, that kind of stuff. It's just an absolute beast. It's a $1,600 card though. So, yeah, you're definitely paying for it. That's the biggest issue that a lot of people had with NVIDIA. And that's why people such as myself who have been with NVIDIA for a number of years have decided, well, you know, we're going to really give AMD a real hard look this time around, because their cards are just too expensive now. They've priced us out. A lot of us have been priced out, because I've never done like the very top flagship type card. I've never dropped that much money on a card, but I'll get kind of up there. Like my sweet spot has been like the X70. Like I had a 970 and then I went to a 1070 Ti, which was, you know, when I bought it, the best graphics card that I had ever bought as far as price and performance. And, you know, when 1070 Ti first came out, it was a great card. I mean, it's still a good card, but of course it's aging now. So that's kind of my sweet spot. So, which is, I think, how much did I pay for my 1070 Ti? I think I paid $550 or so. I think I paid like $550 for it. So that's my pricing sweet spot. So between like $500 and $600 is like the most I'll go. But obviously, if I can get, you know, a 7700 XT when they come out for less than $500, oh hell yeah, I'm all in. But yeah, I'm never going to get a 4090. I think of it this way. If somebody gave me a 4090, I probably still wouldn't keep it. I'd probably sell it, because I know people want it. I'd probably sell it for, you know, the $1,600, and then I'd use that $1,600 to get a 7700 XT and then keep the extra $1,000 I have from that. Yeah, NVIDIA has effectively priced out the little guy. Yeah, because it's, I mean, again, they still have a huge chunk of the gaming market, and they're going to continue doing that. But as far as, you know, like people like myself buying their high-end stuff, those days are over. It's just not going to happen. Yeah, because even the 4080, how much did they want for the 4080? Like $1,200? Something like that? I forget how much the 4080 was. Here, we can go look. Let me go back over here. Let's see, components, graphic card. Here we go, GeForce, the 4080. Oh, well, these aren't even listed yet. So they're still coming soon. Okay. So yeah, we don't have prices on the 4080 quite yet. But I think it was like $1,200 for a 4080. Which, again, if you go back even just a few generations, like the 1080, which the 1080 was a legendary card. The card was so damn good. And I think at the time you could actually get a 1080 for like $650 to $700. So again, just if you're talking generationally, if you go from like a 1080, which again at the time was an amazing freaking card, and then you go now to the 4080 a few years later, and they're asking almost twice as much for, you know, basically the same you know, kind of performance-wise, you know, as far as going up and down the stack of their cards, it's a huge price jump. It's just like a stupid expensive price jump. That's why I'm like, I can't stay with Nvidia. I gotta at least look. That's why when the Intel stuff came out, I was really interested in the Intel stuff too. The only problem I have with Intel right now is that, again, they're competing directly with last generation now. They're competing with like the 3000 series from Nvidia or the 6000 series from AMD. And with AMD now just bringing out these cards and me having, you know, been slowly kind of putting away some money so that I could buy a new card, yeah, I'm probably going to go 7700 XT when it comes out. I was tempted, and y'all saw me a couple of months ago, I was very tempted to get that 6750, and nobody would have blamed me for getting it because it's still a good card. And the pricing on those is actually getting ready to come down again because they're trying to clear them out, trying to get rid of them. Or even if you buy them used, some of the used ones are probably pretty cheap now too. In fact, I'll look real quick. Let's see. 6750 XT. And we'll also put in the 6700. Yeah, let's take a look at those. And we'll go by lowest price. Okay, so wow. Oh, that's a refurbished unit. Oh, and that's from a marketplace. But still, look at that. 6700 XT 12 gigabyte for less than $300. Of course, you get your $45 shipping, but that's pretty good price. That's not bad. 6700s. Yeah, look, okay, this is the same person here. But again, brand new. That's about normal. What about the 6750s? Which is the first 6750? Here we go. 6750 XT, the mech from MSI. That's not bad at all. 420 bucks. That's actually a really good deal. It's a very good deal. So yeah, you can get, again, that's MSI, pretty good brand, been around a long time. I think there was even a power color. Oh, here it is. Look, the power color Red Devil. This was like the card to have from AMD. That's a 6700 though. For $426, a little expensive. And let's see, ASRock Challenger 6750, $420. Yeah, some of these prices are very tempting. It's very, very tempting because I mean, there's nothing wrong with these cards. They're still very current and very good. But again, it's one of those things. It's like, well, you know, with the 7000 series, like literally right there next month, might as well wait. Yeah, might as well just wait. You see, 6750, 450 for this one. What is that? Oh, ASRock. Gigabyte. Ugh, I don't even look at Gigabyte products anymore. I'm sorry, Gigabyte, you lost me. Oh, here we go. The Power Color Red Devil 6750 XT. That's a little more expensive, but again, I've heard from reviews and stuff that this particular partner card is actually really good. Like the cooler is insane. Hold on, let me see if I can get a side view of it. Yeah, the cooler on this thing is kind of nuts. It's like a 2.5 slot cooler. So it's a beefy boy. Not as beefy as the new stuff, but it's a very good card. Yeah, that's a bit of a beefy boy. Not compared to the 4090. The 4090 is still insane. Click these off. Just out of curiosity, I'm sure the 4090s have not come down at all. There's no point for them to. And even then, I think in most places they're sold out. Yeah, look at some of these cards. And this is, oh, wow. And this is by lowest price. Wow, look at that Zotac. I do not like this design of this Zotac, but they want over $2,100 for this. Oh, wow. Well, that's a different price now. Oh, it's a different store. Okay, so this one, see, that's almost $2,400. But here it says $2,119. Yeah, I do not like the way that card looks. AX Gaming. I've never heard of them. They may just be from... sold directly from the manufacturer. That's probably more of an Asian brand. Those are EU prices. Oh, look, this one hasn't come out yet. That's why. Okay, so this one is out in, it looks like about a week or so. That's actually a nice looking card, though. It looks very clean. Yeah, but that's a thick boy, too. Yeah, that's a little over 3 slots. Oh no, it's right at 3 slots. Okay. Oh no, wait, hold on. No, yeah, it's right at 3 slots. Okay. So that's a thick boy. Wow, that is a Chinese manufacturer. Yeah, you can see the Chinese writing there. Okay. It's actually a pretty attractive card. But again, they're just so expensive, man. I mean, look at this. This is insane. $2,400, $2,600, $3,200. And again, this is not Newegg. This is a third-party seller. So yeah, they're going to be asking all kinds of stupid prices for their cards. This one is Newegg, $1,600. That's the regular retail. That's how much they're supposed to be selling it for. So props to Newegg for actually staying with the retail price. It's just that, again, those cards sell first. But yeah, look at that. All of these Asus, MSI, Zotac, they're all at $1,600, and they're all sold out. Oh, I've seen this one, the MSI Supreme, or Supreme. This is the water-cooled one. Jay's 2 Cents did a video about this. Why is the avatar Big Booba Bunny Girl? That's not a bunny. It's a bow on her head, damn it. It's a bow. It's not a bunny. Oh, that's just because that's like one of the free avatars you get with what is it called? With VTube Studio. Yeah, it's one of the free avatars. I don't feel like buying one. So I just use her. Even though her eyes are all messed up right now. Hold on, let me fix her. Not that I really need to. Here, it's gonna get a little weird here. I could put the cat on. Here, we can do the cat. Yeah. Move this over here. Meow. Meow. That could be a cat. Hold on. Do I have anything else here? Hold on. Oh my god. Tororo. Okay, this is a different... Oh, this is just a white cat. It's just a, yeah, different color. Meow. Meow, sucker. And then we've got... What is this? This character's name is Wanko. What is this? He looks like he's in a... What is that? Like a rice bowl? The cat is actually kind of nice. I'm gonna use the black cat. Here, I'll put the black cat on here. Put you over here. Let me make sure you're lined up right. There, that'll work. Okay. So back to what we were looking at here. Oh wow, I didn't. Is that a water cooled unit too? It is. Oh, that one's a little bit more than the Supreme. Yeah, that's about $50 more, but that's from a Gigabyte. And that was recently launched. They already sold out. Insane. Oh, I've seen this too. This Asus ROG 4090. If you've not seen the videos of this card, go watch some of the videos. The card and the box it comes in are insanely big. They're like stupid big. And you can only see just how big they are when certain people hold the box. Like there's this one dude who was holding the box. The box was bigger than his entire chest. It was insane. It was like, really? Yeah, look at this beefy thing. That thing is like 3.5 slots easily. It is a huge card. It cools really well. The cooler works. It's really great. But, oh my god. It's so thick. I think one of the more attractive things, again, getting back to the whole RDNA3 thing, I think that really makes them a bit more attractive is also the fact they're going to run much cooler than 4000 series. Again, because the 7900 XTX, 355 watts, that's, you know, that's how much wattage it takes to run it. That in itself is going to mean it's a far more efficient card. And the cooling solution on those, it looked like they were just two slot coolers. Yeah, I think it was only 2 slots. In fact, where's that one pic that you showed me? Oh, price comparisons. Okay, let me see. What do we got here? From videocards.com. Yeah, I'm looking at that message that you put in Discord. Game clock, boost clock to be okay. Wow, that memory bus is amazing. 384 bits. Memory speed. Cache. bandwidth. The bandwidth is insane on some of these cards. Yeah. But yeah, that's the biggest reason. I mean, there's a lot of reasons now. There really is no reason for me to stick with NVIDIA. I hate to say it, but there really isn't. I mean, why would I? A Radeon is going to be cheaper. It's going to be just as good. It's going to use far less power. The cooling solutions don't have to be as massive, which is going to work for me because I actually do use my other PCIe slots. I have a sound card and a USB card in there that I need to have room for. So that's going to work out. And overall, again, whenever you have a GPU, a big giant beefy GPU like a 4090, it's going to spill a lot of that heat into your room wherever you are, and it's going to get warm. So since the Radeon card is going to be much easier to cool, it's not going to produce nearly as much heat. Another benefit. I can't see any reason not to go with them. It makes perfect sense to go with them now. Sorry, NVIDIA, but I think this 1070 Ti is going to be the last one I buy for a little bit. Looks like we're going Radeon. And, smart access memory. If we've got the latest, I know Moni has one. You have the 5900X too as well, right? If you have the 5900, or if you have I think it's the 3000 and the 5000 series. And also the 7000 series from the Ryzen CPUs. They have smart access memory. So they benefit, they provide an additional benefit, I should say, to the 6000 series and the 7000 series Radeon cards because of the shared access memory. So that should be also a nice little plus. Yep, I also have the 5900X. Still liking it, still loving it. Still a good chip. Love it for the scrubbing. Yeah, if you get, I think it's 6000 series and 7000 series Radeon. If you pair it with any of the 3000, the 5000, or the 7000 from Ryzen, you get access to smart access memory. You have to turn it on in the BIOS, but it should work as long as your motherboard supports it, I believe. And if you've got like a B550, it should support it. I think even the B450s support it as well. But I think I'm done, man. That was an interesting little thing, and it happened exactly how we knew it was going to happen. They always wait till the very end of the show to give you prices. I'm just bummed that we didn't get any data on the 7800 or the 7700. Yeah, I was really hoping for a little bit more data there, but I guess, well, again, given the timeline, if we're getting the 7900s in mid-December, darn, that means that we're probably not going to see the 78 and the 7700 until at least January. That sucks. 2 months. Well, that's 2 more months to put money aside, I guess. Or I could spend that 2 months actually just getting a new monitor. Yeah, they're gonna undercut NVIDIA. They're definitely gonna undercut them. So, and I'm just glad that Radeon's not afraid to do that. Sometimes you got to do that to remain competitive, but also offer some good benefits. So, yeah. Well, we got the info we needed. Thanks for hanging out. It was fun. I'll see if I want to keep the cat or not. The cat's like, meow, sucker. Anyways, we'll see you all later. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna go check my Prime Gaming benefits. Maybe give away free codes if they have any codes for me there. I'll be in Discord. See you all later.